Welcome to Saga Summaries. Today we will recap the teen slasher, mystery, and horror thrillers. I know what you did last summer, a 4-movie series. So sit back and relax. Please click the subscribe button to support the channel. Let's go. On a quiet summer night in a peaceful coastal town, four friends celebrate the end of high school, believing their whole future is ahead of them. But one sudden moment will change everything forever. And I know what you did last summer. Julie, Ray, Helen, and Barry are driving down the dark road on a night of celebration when something appears in their car. In a split second, their lives take a terrifying turn. They hit a stranger on the road. Shocked and panicking, the group argues about what to do. Afraid that the truth will destroy their lives before they even begin, they make a desperate choice. They dump the body into the ocean and promise each other to keep the secret buried forever. They swear that what happened that night will never be spoken of again. But secrets have a way of coming back. 1 year later, the friends have gone their separate ways, trying to move on with their lives. Julie, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, returns home from college, still haunted by guilt over that night. Just when it seems the past might finally be fading, she receives a mysterious letter containing 4 chilling words. I know what you did last summer. Panic spreads quickly as Julie realizes that someone knows the truth about the accident. Someone has been watching them, waiting, planning. Soon, strange things begin to happen. Shadows follow them tonight. Threatening messages appear, and a dark figure wearing a fisherman's raincoat, armed with a deadly hook, begins stalking them. Barry, played by Ryan Phillip, refuses to believe anyone could know their secret, but fear slowly turns into anger as the danger grows closer. Helen, portrayed by Sarah Michelle Gellar, tries to hold onto her dreams and her life in the town, but soon finds herself running for survival as the killer closes in. Ray, played by Freddie Prinze Jr., begins searching for answers, determined to protect Julie and uncover who is behind the terrifying revenge. As the mystery deepens, the friends realize that the man they thought was dead might not have been the only person involved that night. Someone survived, someone who remembers everything, and someone who has waited an entire year to make them pay. With every passing moment, the truth gets closer to the surface, and the danger becomes more deadly. From the writer of the hit horror film Scream comes a suspense-filled thriller about guilt, secrets, and revenge that refuses to stay buried. As the killer hunts them through dark streets, empty docks, and stormy nights, Julie must uncover the identity of the mysterious fisherman before it's too late. Because this summer, the past isn't forgotten, the secret isn't safe, and someone knows exactly what they did. 1 year after the terrifying events of what we did last summer, Julie James is still trying to rebuild her life and escape the memories that nearly destroyed her. The nightmare of that summer may seem over, but the fear has never truly left. And I still know what you did last summer. The past returns once again, and this time it's more deadly than ever. Julie, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, is now in college, trying to move forward after surviving the horrifying revenge of the mysterious fisherman. The man responsible, Ben Willis, was believed to be gone for good, and Julie hopes she can finally leave that dark chapter of her life behind. But fate has other plans. When Julie and her best friend Carla unexpectedly went on a luxurious vacation to a tropical island, it feels like the perfect escape. Along with Carla's boyfriend Tyrell and Julie's new friend Will, the group travels to a beautiful resort, surrounded by crystal blue water, warm sunshine, and endless beaches. For the first time in a long while, Julie allows herself to believe that life might finally return to normal. But paradise quickly turns into a nightmare. A powerful storm begins to approach the island, cutting the group off from the outside world. The once crowded resort becomes strangely empty, leaving only a few guests behind. Then Julie begins to notice something chilling. Messages that remind her of the past, strange figures in the shadows, and the terrifying feeling that someone is watching her again. Soon, Julie realizes the impossible may be true. The fisherman is back. Ben Willis, the relentless killer with a hook, has returned to finish what he started. One by one, the people around Julie begin to disappear, as the mysterious figure stalks the island's dark hallways. Deserted panic spreads as the group realizes they are completely trapped with a killer who knows exactly who Julie is and exactly what she did. As fear grows and trust begins to break apart, Julie must once again face the terror that has followed her across the sea. With the storm raging outside and danger hiding around every corner, survival becomes a desperate race against time. Ray, played by Freddie Prinze Jr., discovers that Julie may be in danger again and begins a dangerous journey to reach the island before it's too late. But the fisherman's revenge is far from over. From the creators of the original suspense hit comes a darker and more intense chapter, where the past refuses to stay buried and the nightmare returns in the most unexpected place. On an island that was meant to be paradise, Julie must fight once again to survive the man who knows her secret. Because some memories never fade, some secrets never die, and someone still knows what they did last summer. On a warm summer night in a quiet small town, a group of teenagers decides to play a harmless prank during a local celebration. But what begins as a joke quickly turns into a tragedy that none of them will ever forget. And I'll always know what you did last summer. The legend returns with a new group of friends and a terrifying new nightmare. Amber, Colby, Zoe, and Roger are enjoying the excitement of a town festival when they attempt to stage a fake scare involving the local legend. The plan is simple: create a spooky moment for fun. But the prank goes horribly wrong when their actions accidentally lead to the death of a friend. Shocked and afraid of the consequences, the group makes the same desperate decision made years before by others. They hide the truth and swear to each other that they will never tell anyone what really happened that night. Time passes, and the terrible secret slowly fades into the background of their lives. The friends try to move forward, believing that the past has stayed buried. But a year later, Amber receives a mysterious message that sends a chill down her spine. The message is simple and terrifying. I know what you did last summer. At first, the group believes it must be someone playing a cruel joke. But strange and frightening events begin to happen. Shadows move in the darkness. Figures appear where no one should be. And whispers about the Hookman legend begin spreading through the town once again. Soon, the teens realize that someone, or something, knows their secret. The mysterious fisherman with the deadly hook has returned, stalking them through dark streets, abandoned buildings, and quiet roads at night. One by one, the friends begin to face the terrifying consequences of this. As fear grows and trust begins to break apart, Amber struggles to understand how the legend has returned and who might be behind the terrifying revenge. As the mystery deepens, the line between reality and legend begins to blur. Is the Hookman just a person seeking revenge? Or has the curse of the past become something far more terrifying? With danger closing in and nowhere left to run, Amber and her friends must confront the truth about that night before the secret destroys them all. Because in this chilling chapter of the famous horror story, the past is never truly gone, the legend never dies, and someone will always know what they did last summer. On a quiet stretch of coastline, where the waves hide secrets and the past never truly disappears, a new chapter begins. And I know what you did last summer. The legend returns for a new generation. And this time, the truth cuts deeper than ever. It starts the same way it always does. A group of young friends, bound by loyalty and late-night laughter, find themselves on a dark road after a summer celebration. One sudden moment, one mistake, and everything changes. A figure appears. Tires screech. Silence follows. What happens next is a choice that will haunt them forever. Afraid of losing everything, they make a pact to bury the truth and never speak of it again. But the past doesn't stay buried. 1 year later, the group has gone their separate ways, each trying to move on, pretending that night never happened. Until the message arrives. No return address. No explanation. Just a few terrifying words. I know what you did last summer. Panic spreads. Old fears return. And then the sightings begin. A figure in the distance. A shadow in the rain. The glint of a hook in the dark. As the group is drawn back together, they realize they are not the first to be hunted by this nightmare. The legend they thought was just a story is real. It's connected to the horrors that came before. Desperate for answers, they seek out those who survived the original terror, including Julie James, once again portrayed by Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Ray Bronson, played by Freddie Prinze Jr. The past and present collide as the survivors warn them. This is not just revenge, it's something that never stops. The killer is back, stronger, smarter, and more relentless than ever. One by one, the friends are hunted through empty streets, stormy docks, and isolated hideouts as the fisherman closes in. Secrets begin to unravel, and the truth behind the legend grows darker with every revelation. This time, it's not just about what they did, it's about what's been waiting all along. As fear takes over and trust begins to shatter, the group must face a horrifying question. Is this the same killer, or something even worse? From a legacy of a generation-defining horror story comes a new nightmare, where the past refuses to stay silent and the hook of revenge strikes. The rules have changed. The danger is greater, and the secret is deadlier than ever. Because this time, it's not just about last summer. It's about everything that came after. The killer is back, stronger, smarter, and more relentless than ever. One by one, the friends are hunted through empty streets, stormy docks, and isolated hideaways as the fisherman closes in. Secrets begin to unravel, and the truth behind the legend grows darker with every revelation. This time, it's not just about what they did, it's about what's been waiting all along. As fear takes over and trust begins to shatter, the group must face a horrifying question. Is this the same killer, or something even worse? From the legacy of a generation-defining horror story comes a new nightmare, where the past refuses to stay silent and the hook of revenge strikes again. The rules have changed, the danger is greater, and the secret is deadlier than ever. Because this time, it's not just about last summer, it's about everything that came after.